bounce, let you squeeze out. Keep that indoors when we're throwing down. Oversized jumper with her underwear out. I'm on the sound, hoodie season, back around. No more summer bounce, let you squeeze out. Keep that indoors when we're throwing down. Oversized jumper with her underwear out. That heat's coming from my thighs. I'd fire to my words. We're the worst every time, yeah, that we roll. So you know how it goes. I'm my favorite secrets, he likes to keep close. And if you don't, then you don't. You soon will or you won't. If you know, then you know. And if you don't, then you don't. You soon will or you won't. Listen up, cause I'm on the sound, hoodie season, back around. No more summer bounce, let you squeeze out. Keep that indoors when we're throwing down. Oversized jumper with her underwear out. I'm on the sound, hoodie season, back around. No more summer bounce, let you squeeze out. Keep that indoors when we're throwing down. Oversized jumper with her underwear out.
I'm on the sound, hoodie season. Keep that indoors when we're throwing down. I'm on the sound, hoodie season. Keep that indoors when we're throwing down.
I'm on the sound, hoodie season, back around. No more summer bounce, let you squeeze out. Keep that indoors when we're throwing down. Oversized jumper with her underwear out. I'm on the sound, hoodie season, back around. No more summer bounce, let you squeeze out. Keep that indoors when we're throwing down. Oversized jumper with her underwear out.
From Crestview High School, it is time for some NOSL action here live and free on the OH.Report. Jonathon Langdon with you here today as Delaware Rising will take on Panthers FC. This is a rematch from the opening game of the season just a few weeks ago. Delaware Rising were unable to get the win over Panthers despite being at home, but now they have a chance to flip the script here today and get themselves back into winning contention here in the women's division of the NOSL. We'll take a break and come right back with kickoff here on the OH.Report.
She got that.
And we're underway here at Crestview High School just a few seconds ago. Referee blew his whistle. And here we go with some women's NOSL action, Northern Ohio Soccer League. My name is Jonathon Langdon with you, live and free on the OH.Report. Taking a look at both of these teams, Delaware Rising, the reigning champions of this division, although they sit tied for second in the table early on in the year. And they actually fell to this Panthers FC squad in the first game of the season just a couple weeks ago. Panthers FC won 3-0. Here they are in the attack. So looking ahead here, Sydney Poland. She gets it taken away from her. It'll go out for a Panthers throw. So breaking down this starting 11 for Panthers FC, you've got Hannah Miller in goal from Mount Vernon Nazarene University. There's a shot on goal off the crossbar. And the second effort is going to be collected by the keeper. And it'll be kicked towards the midfield. And Delaware here with the throw. Near side ball's up forward. And it will be immediately thrown away, and Panthers have it back. Great opportunity early on for Panthers. They almost strike within 2 minutes. But the crossbar had other plans. Delaware Rising now with the throw. With the ball here is Rachel Austin. Austin gets past another defender, trying to cross to the middle. Can't quite get to the end of it. And a lot of contact there just inside the box, but it'll be a foul on Delaware Rising, and it's going the other way. Kick from the defender for Panthers is a solid one, and Poland's going to get to the end of it. Here she goes. Sydney Poland stays with it, goes backwards though. She'll play it to the middle. Mendenhall goes back. Turnboss sends one through. Delaware clears. Rising with Kendall Duke. She turns it over. Pull into the far wing. Ball squeezes through, but Panthers can't collect. And Rising trying to clear. They get the second effort. Sydney Thomas with a nice move. She'll now play it back to the defense. Austin, the quick pass back. On the ball, Mendenhall falls to the deck. Clean tackle, though, from Delaware Rising. And now we're back to the midfield again with Austin, and she turns it away. Panthers trying to build something. Into the box it goes. Poland on a deflection could get to this. Defense on her. Going to have to cross one in. Mendenhall shoots it just over the crossbar. Get a second look at this. Mendenhall just at the top of the 18. Goes right between the crossbar and that football goal post. So Delaware Rising facing some pressure here early. Two pretty good looks so far for Panthers here at home. Mendenhall, who shot that last ball, had it for a moment. It's now played back. Here's Chloe Bittinger giving it up. Composure from that defense. You like to see it. Now there's a takeaway in the midfield, and it's deflected out. Delaware Rising will throw. Sydney Thomas. Ball played through, trying to run over to it for Delaware Rising is Duke. Won't be the one to get there first. Good job by Panthers to keep that in. Mendenhall to the middle of the field. Finds her intended target. Blush goes back to the keeper. Just about 7 minutes into this game. Nice touch up. And Sydney Thomas could be in if the defender doesn't do her job, but she does well there. And again, cool composure from that back line. Addie Turnbaugh getting a couple dribbles around Thomas. Looking for the forwards up ahead. Not able to quite get what they were envisioning, but here is McKinley Mendenhall streaking near side. Mendenhall, nice two-touch move into the box, trying to cross one over. She actually takes a shot at it. First one's missed, second one also goes high. Good save initially by the keeper, Ella Schwartfeger. See the nice two-touch to get around that defender on the left side. First shot went goalwards. Good save from Delaware Rising. It's another solid chance there from Panthers FC. Just can't capitalize. Rough touch. Gives it back to Panthers. Here come Panthers. Left-handed shot off the crossbar again. The goal is not being kind to Panthers here at home. Still a potential chance. Mendenhall again. Going towards that right side corner flag. Cross is deflected, and it'll be out for a short throw. You're going to see the shot here. Just off the middle of the crossbar. Seen a lot of action here early. There's a foul on Panthers, and we'll go the other way. Delaware Rising survive another attack. So Schwertfeger will take this inside the end zone and boots it to about midfield. Rising keep a solid touch, and Thomas not able to get open. Solid job by the defense so far for Panthers, keeping any sort of pressure away. And on the other end, the forwards aren't doing too bad themselves, creating opportunities. Still fighting for possession. It's now kicked away. And Panthers will try and set something up. Delaware clearance goes off their own player. And that ball goes out of bounds. Good job by the Rising defender there, using her body to keep it alive as here they come the other way. Ball kicks off the heel of Duke. Panthers again. Poland dances around a few. Dishes, and now here's Mendenhall in on a run. At the box, shoots one goalwards. It's spilled away by the keeper, and it just stays out. And it'll be a corner kick here on the near side for Panthers. Good job to not make it easy for for Panthers FC by the Rising keeper. But that spill almost still went in the goal. And now we face the first corner of the game. This one from Panthers. Ball in just over the intended target. Outside the 18, another shot there deflected. And it'll pull nicely here for Mendenhall, who took the corner. She puts one up and headed away. Shot blocked and cleared. Good defense there by Delaware Rising. Long pass, and it's intercepted. But Rising luck out, and they'll get it right back. Constant pressure from this Panthers team. And Rising just can't seem to get it past midfield right now. As you see, 73 degrees, partly cloudy here in just outside Olivesburg for Crestview High School. This was not the case on Thursday when we were here trying to play, or Wednesday, I guess it was, for a League Cup game for the Panthers FC men. That was unfortunately postponed. They'll play that game Wednesday. But couldn't ask for better weather here today. For the first place Panthers. Well, actually, they're not first place right now, but here they are on an attack. Another crossbar touch. This goal just does not like Panthers so far. Let's take a look at this chance again. That is 3 crossbar touches that have robbed Panthers from an early goal. Anyway, as I was saying, Panthers came into this game, into this weekend, first place, tied for first place with Ohio City SC, both with 6 points. But Ohio City actually won yesterday against Liederkranz, putting themselves up to 9, putting the pressure on Panthers to win here today to keep it a tie at the top. Nice pass to the inside here. Rising with a potential chance now, finally getting themselves situated. Pass into the end zone, just can't get to that final target. Would have been a good chance to cross that one goalwards. And the first solid attack we see from Delaware Rising ends in a goal kick. So we got about 30 minutes left here in this first half as the goal kick is going to go out, and they're going to say it's last off Delaware Rising. Far side Panthers will work here. Good tackle. Duke is on it. She's faced with 2 defenders and can't get past them. Insightful ball, just not able to get to the target. And another good effort by Delaware Rising. Now this one's spilled, and we'll see a whistle, and it's going to go Rising's way. So still no score, despite some great efforts from Panthers and also an attack we just saw from Delaware Rising. You just hope, if you're a Panthers fan, that those 3 crossbar hits aren't going to be indicative of how this day is going to go. We'll see if they'll be able to turn things around. There's a pass that goes long for Delaware Rising. They'll say there's a deflection, though. It'll stay with the ladies in blue. A lot of downtime here for this throw. Of course, no ball boys or ball girls here in NOSL soccer, making the players work for it. It's a little wide left. Shot there. Goes out for a goal kick. My director thought that went through the uprights, and it was not even close. Hannah Miller here to try and take this out to the other side of the field. That one goes about 35 yards, and Panthers have it, but now they lose it. That'll get tipped out. Panthers throw. So if you're watching with us here live and free on the OH Report and you don't know what's going on, this is a Northern Ohio Soccer League match for really anyone post-high school. So you've got some high school graduates. You actually have a couple of players who are going to be entering their senior year of high school. So the barrier to entry is about, I'd say, like seniors and up, seniors in high school and up. But you'll see a lot of college players here, a lot of familiar names in this local area. For Panthers, a bunch of ASHLAND High School graduates along with some Madison players, and I think I saw on the roster a Loudonville player in there, a lot of ASHLAND University players. So as I'm saying names, you'll probably recognize a decent number of them. And this is our first broadcast of the girls team, and we're going to see them again on Tuesday. So you'll get even more familiar with these teams, with this team, as they play Mansfield Liederkrans on Tuesday. Travis Berardi will be there for that one. Hannah Miller there collects in her box. It's about 25 minutes to go. Here in the first half as Panthers work it with their defense. Rough pass collected, though, by Panthers, and now we'll see a foul on Rising. So just about the 32-yard line, Panthers will boot this forward. Header won by Delaware, second touch as well. Still fighting for possession. It'll now go on Panthers' offensive end, and it'll be back with the Rising keeper, Schwertfeger. Richardson gives it away. Looking to the middle, nice ball through. Near side, this is Lindsay Whitmore on the run, but also with her is the defense, and they force a goal kick. Addie Turnbaugh turning on the Jets to get past and allow that ball to fly through for a Hannah Miller goal kick. So Addie Turnbaugh was the one to make the good defensive play there for Panthers. She is from Mansfield, from Ontario High School. Here's Delaware Rising again. Maybe we're going to try to play that short side, or no. They'll actually send a ball through, but no one was really on the attack, and Miller will get that easily. Still 0-0 here at Crestview. Thanks for joining us live and free on the OH Report. My name is Jonathon Langdon. With you today for this Northern Ohio Soccer League action as we see our first subs of the evening. Off goes Elise Belcher, and in for her, I believe, was 16 Shannon Jameson. And then two subs for Delaware Rising. As off goes Kennedy to the bench. Corrections, it was not Shannon Jameson, it's Morgan Meeting wearing number 4, who's into the game for Panthers. She just had a momentary touch of the ball. Here's Rising with a chance. And again, Turnbaugh there to keep anything from happening. And her clearance is deflected. To the midfield. Rising still with possession. And Panthers just boot that out, keeping Whitmore from pushing an attack. Throw in number 21, Clara Richardson. And she can't find her target without it going out of bounds. To the midfield, there's a deep shot that Miller will easily grab. The strike by Kendall Duke. As it remains scoreless, and the attacking has kind of died down here these last 5-10 minutes. We saw a bunch of chances early in the game, but now both teams kind of even on their attacks. Could this change here? Cross to the middle, and Miller thwarts that one. So Whitmore got to that pass through, just couldn't get enough power to get it to a teammate with that Panthers pressure. Out wide now, heading towards the middle. Here's another chance for Rising. Richardson with space. Takes a shot at it, and it's saved by Miller. It'll go off of the goalpost, so it'll be a corner kick. Great looking shot from Clara Richardson. And Delaware Rising, they'll have their first corner of this game. We saw one earlier from Panthers. Ball sent in close to the goal. Miller's got it easily. Looked like Delaware had a lot of players on the edges of the box. No one really in close with the keeper. And that made it simple for Panthers, as this one will roll out of bounds. We'll see what the verdict is. Last off, Panthers, according to our near side official. Duke off the stomach, plays it back to Richardson. Whitmore will get it right back from a two-touch. Whitmore goes to the middle, has her left foot, takes it with the right instead, and it rolls out of bounds. Maybe had the chance to take a shot there, as I said, with the left foot, but had another defender closing in, so she quickly decided to go with the right, just didn't get the right direction on it. So here's Panthers trying to build something forward. They've been in a little bit of a dry spell offensively. But Poland's trying to change that. Thought about a shot with the left, will now pass it forward. On the ball is Hellickson. Cross in, chested down, risky slide tackle in the box, but no call. Looked clean there from Rising. And as they try to counterattack, that touch is too long, and Panthers will reset here. Hellickson again. Gets cut off nicely by Delaware. Both teams kind of fighting here in this attacking third for Panthers, and now here comes Panthers. Hellickson could not find Poland, who was open and may have had a nice potential opportunity there. Ball goes off Rising on the deflection, and Panthers keep it on this end. Mass substitutions for both sides. So back into the game is Crestview High School grad Elise Belcher, playing on her home turf. And also in for Panthers, Charlie Murphy from West Holmes. Duke plays one back. And the defense will relax here and play it back to their keeper, get her a touch on the ball. Long pass, it's a good one. Switching field. They were looking for Glassburn there, just a little bit too long on that feed. But Delaware will have it back here after a couple of kicks later. It rolls out of bounds. Getting close to the 15-minute mark before we start counting added time. Away from her. Duke switches field. Running onto it. Miller's going to have to try and get there first, and she'll actually just let this roll out. The wind kind of carried that to the left. Rising's not going to make it easy on Panthers here. They're going to make them throw it in with some pressure. As there's a deflection and the pressure works, Delaware Rising will now take it. They go short. Flicked behind the back, and the ball's still in play. Now it goes out, and Delaware goes quickly. Murphy with a heavy touch. She's able to get it back to her defense, though. Long pass, intercepted. Ball through. This could be trouble. This could be goal number one. Delaware Rising with a chance. Ball's lost behind her. She'll have to go retreat to get it. And now here they go again. Long shot is missed, and it rolls out for a goal kick. So the initial chance by Glassburn, she just lost it behind her. And then taking that shot eventually was Clara Richardson. Not the look they were hoping for after that beautiful ball played ahead by the midfield of Delaware Rising. Keeps this game tied up at 0-0. Miller another 30-ish yard boot ahead. Duke to Glassburn, and Panthers all over her there. Mendenhall, the Ashland University senior. Turnbridge playing back and forth with her fellow center back, Chloe Bittinger. Bittinger up ahead, and the pass is intercepted. Another attack, this one from Richardson, and it's lost out of bounds. Delaware just not able to control the ball in the midfield. Another good defensive play there by Addie Turnbaugh. Having a good start to her day at left center back. Turning out of two defenders, in space, here's Audrey Hellickson. Hellickson takes a shot at goal, it's deflected. And Delaware Rising now with the ball. Glassburn with space, gives it up to Kendall Duke. And Duke turns away from goal and goes to the midfield. Alexandra DeGracia goes back to Duke. Nice 1-2 play. Duke gets past her defender. Can she get to the ball? Yes, she does. It's still in play. Rising with the chance, and it's now kicked out. Deflected for a corner. It's got really close to that line. And we were cut off of it, though. But it did, to my eyes, narrowly stay in play. So Delaware Rising corner to take it, Molly Ennis. Ennis into the box. Actually goes over the goal. And a missed opportunity there for Delaware Rising. Sub coming in for them. Sydney Thomas is back in the game. And Kendall Duke takes a break. Still 0-0. There's about 10 minutes to go till added time. This one headed high over some players and out of bounds. Into the game, Mariah Steffen. Hails from Apple Creek, Ohio. Was actually a assistant coach last season with College of Worcester. So that tells you that a lot of the age gap is pretty large in this league. Pretty much anyone can play, and you see pretty much ages 17 to 25. So it's a good experience for some of the younger players as they get ready to go to college. There's a ball out of bounds. It'll go to Panthers FC. Sierra Likens throws that one in, but it goes to Delaware Rising. There's a nice turn. Switching field here, Rising. In stride. Switching to the middle again, still alive with the ball, and now, finally, Panthers able to clear away. Nice turn. Hellickson. Near side, pushes it ahead for Poland, and there's going to be a foul as the shove is called on Casey Duke for Delaware. Drawing it there was, of course, Hellickson. And pretty much everyone for Rising except the striker It's up ahead to defend this. And they do it nicely. Phyllis Stanfield sees that one roll out. It's under 9 minutes left until added time. So once this clock rolls out, it won't be the end of the half quite yet. We still have to account for added time. That's a feature unique to the NOSL. Not so unique if you're familiar with professional soccer. Yeah. High school, college, they don't do this, but added time is where all of the stoppages you see, all of the balls that go out, and they have to roll and wait, go about 30 seconds to go grab the ball and throw it back in. That's all kept accounted for, and the official keeps track of all that, and at the end of the half, however much time he feels was wasted with non-play, that's how much added time we get. Most of the time in the first half, they don't account for too much, but it really comes into play in the second half, where I've seen as high as about 7 minutes of added time. That has played into the end of a game. Rough touch from Rising. Gives it back to Panthers. Poland with space in a 0-0 game. She was looking outside, but the interception was there. Nice ball through. We'll see who can get there first. It's going to be Rising. Looking for players in the box. Nobody was there, and as she was dribbling around, Panthers tip it out. So good job to get there first by Rachel Austin, but no help didn't really give her any options. Here she is again. Austin shoots one high in the air, and it just misses that top left corner of the goal. Made Miller think about that one, but she inevitably watches it go out, and she'll send another goal kick forward. A lot of contact there on that far side, but no foul called in Delaware Rising. Had it, but lost it. High bounce. Panthers are going to have to work to keep this away, and they'll just kind of have to kick it out, which is unfortunate there because Rising didn't really have any chance on. But this throw-in could give them something. 6:40 on the clock. Back out of bounds. Here's some subs for Panthers. Number 4, Morgan Meading is back in. Also back in, Elise Belcher. Off goes Audrey Hellickson and Haley Hightower. Referee played advantage there, but a foul inevitably called. Another one booted forward by Panthers. Headed back, and Delaware Rising had it and lost it. A lot of back and forth right now. Mariah Steffen plays one forward. That's going to be too long. And it rolls out. Panthers defenders back with the ball. They send one on a long pass. Almost have it intercepted, but they have it back. Switching fields. And there's a foul given by the official on the shove. So at about the 30-yard line, we're going to see a free kick for Panthers, who haven't seen much go goalwards as of late, but they've got 4 minutes to change that. See what they do here. Low ball. Stefan into the box for Panthers. And Delaware Rising swarms the offense for them. Nice turn by Belcher. Plays it back to the middle for Likens. To Stefan. And now in. The runner wasn't ready for Panthers, and that'll go out for a goal kick. I saw what Stefan was going for there. She did have a teammate open and on, but that teammate just was not on the same wavelength there, and it'll be sent back to Delaware Rising here on this goal kick. And the ball bounces away from 3 players, and now on the end of it here is Delaware Rising. It gets deflected away, though, and another throw with about 2 minutes left before stoppage time. To send this one in, Casey Duke. DeGracia almost got in the way, or almost had the official get in the way. Richardson doesn't take a shot this time, goes right back to DeGracia, and they'll switch field. With some pace, looking for an angle. Another tempting look, and it hits off the crossbar right there, and tapping it in is Delaware Rising. The flag has not come up, and that's going to be goal for Delaware Rising. You'll see a look here, see if she was on, and yes, she was. You can see her on the top of the screen. And the inevitable tap-in. Molly Ennis strikes for Delaware Rising to make it 1-0. That's what you want to see if you're Delaware Rising. A team that did not score against this team in their first meeting. And they strike first in the dying embers of the first half. Delaware Rising see a player hit the deck, and a foul is called. It's about a minute left until stoppage time. Ball poked away from behind, but they'll say there was contact on the back leg. So another foul, and they're going to tell him to take it further away. The 40-yard line, we'll see Delaware Rising boot this forward. Not very many bodies up ahead. And the shot goes on goal towards Hannah Miller, but she has it. So that last goal for Rising, of course, makes it a 1-0 lead, but you can't blame Miller there. It was a great shot in initially, but then the deflection goes right to a Rising player with no defenders in sight. So just unfortunate how the ball bounces sometimes. And there is halftime. No stoppage time from the official for that first half as the clock hits 0, and that's going to do it for this first half again. The score is 1-0, Delaware Rising. They strike late in that first half with Molly Ennis. We're going to take a quick halftime break and be back with more action live and free on the OH Report.
She got that.
So Panthers FC facing a little bit of a test today as they take on the reigning champions of the NOSL, Delaware Rising. They find themselves down 1-0 as we head into the second half. That goal coming from Delaware Rising from Molly Ennis just a couple of moments before halftime. So that was just a couple of minutes ago. Here's the replay. You see the angle. They give it out for a long shot here from Richardson. Initial good save from Hannah Miller, but the tap-in is right there as she was in onside. And here we go with the second half. So 6 points on the year in 3 games for Panthers FC, just 3 points for Delaware Rising. And Rising, if they hold this score, could tie it up. And here we go. So Delaware Rising find themselves a little lower in the table on the standings than they're accustomed to being. And here they are with the ball with their keeper. Long one able to stay in bounds. Good passing here early from the Rising as they play it back to the goalkeeper. Short Fager. They're going to play the same ball. This one is a little closer as it goes off Panthers. Rising will throw this in. Again, it's a beautiful day here at Crestview High School. Great day for soccer on a Sunday. Ball goes out of bounds, and Panthers will take that back. I'm glad to be here, live and free on the OH.Report. My name's Jonathon Langdon, with you today with this game between Panthers FC and Delaware Rising in the women's division. If you like what you're seeing, we're going to be doing this again on Tuesday. Make sure to join us as Panthers FC and the women's team take on Mansfield Liederkrans right here again at Crestview High School. Panthers see that ball roll out, and they're going to have a good chance here on a throw-in on their end, trying to tie this up. So Phyllis Stanfield will throw. Stanfield from Mansfield, Ohio, graduate of Madison High School. Cross to the middle here. Mendenhall trying to get to the end of it, flips it over, saved again. Another effort outside the 18. It goes off of the goalpost. And another solid defensive stand. We're going to see a look at this again. The save by Schwertfeger at the feet. Mendenhall struggled to get it there for a moment, then squared it, and with the feet, Delaware Rising keep this a 1-point lead. Another chance, but Delaware Rising is there, but the ball rolls out. Blosch lets that roll for a corner. As we get 42 minutes on the clock to go, another corner. This is the second one at the game. As McKinley Mendenhall will send this one. Looks like a violation. Oh, so they're going to make her kick it again. I thought they were going to give it to Delaware Rising there. Mendenhall went short with the first one. We'll see what she does with the second. She'll send it low and through, and it gets through off the crossbar again. If you're just joining us, that's the fourth time today that Panthers have been denied at the crossbar. It's going to stay with Panthers. It was deflected out by Rising, but it's just that kind of Sunday for Panthers. Another one sent in. Mendenhall goes up in the air with this one. It's punched away. Panthers play it back. We'll see if they can reset things. Phyllis Stanfield on the ball. Goes forward to Mendenhall. Deflection. Falls nicely for Panthers again. Just the touch on the pass goes right back to Delaware Rising. I mean, this just doesn't happen. 4 shots hitting pretty much the same spot on the crossbar, keeping a team scoreless. Other end, here's Delaware Rising with a shot as the pressure there from Stanfield forced that one out. And it's nowhere near goal as Miller will take this goal kick. Poland may be able to get to this. Not quite, as the last effort from that Delaware defense is to powerfully kick it back to the keeper. Kendall Duke able to get it to her teammate, and saving it in is Jamison Murphy. Murphy lobs one to the middle of the field, where Panthers will kick that one back towards their goal. One-two play just too strong. Pass intended there for Likens. Murphy gives it away. That through ball goes out, just out of the reach of the pursuing attacker. Panthers throw Mendenhall to the midfield. And given back. Murphy on the ball. Good passing. Almost anticipated that one, Panthers. Abigail Little was just narrowly out of the way of that pass. And Delaware Rising keeps it. Here's a bad kick deflected, and Poland is in on goal. Getting near the box, shoots one low. And the player of the match so far, Ella Schwartfeger, with another save. Yeah, let's look at this again. Wait, was that live? Did you have that live? So that was a MVP graphic for the crossbar. Hey, you know what? Yeah, pull it up again. That's your player of the game for... I can't believe it. Player of the game for Delaware Rising right now is that crossbar. It'd be 4-1 without it. And that's not to discredit what Rising has done. They've played great today. And Panthers have had some great chances. And in the quotes, my director that just said, but that crossbar's been working overtime. Panthers still fighting to tie this back up. It's 1-0. Delaware Rising with the lead here on the road. This would be a huge win for them if they can keep it alive. Nice solo effort there, but finally poked away. And now switching field just behind the intended target. It was a good look, though, for Whitmore. Subs coming in for Panthers on this dead ball. Belcher and Meeting. Off Hellickson and off Murphy. Just 4 subs today for Panthers, so they're rotating around pretty well. And I'm looking at Delaware's bench, and they've got about 6. They've got one of them's a keeper that hasn't come in yet, but they've got 5 subs that they've been using. .50-50 ball won by Rising. To the midfield in space. Here's Sydney Thomas. Thomas is not someone you want to see on the ball if you're Panthers. They're able to get it away from her and boot it ahead. Here she is again. Thomas in space. Gives to Ennis. Scored the goal in the first half. She finds an open teammate. Whitmore crosses it in just ahead of her intended target, Riley Glassburn. No corner. It'll be a throw over by the flag. Sarah Gunler in the game for Delaware Rising on this substitution. This ball will just roll out of bounds, and it will be Delaware Rising on the throw. Our mighty director who made that crossbar graphic also just took a head count today of the crowd. Pretty good today. 75 in the stands. Watching this one for Panthers FC. There's a foul on Panthers. As at about the 17-yard line, we'll see a free kick for Rising. But yeah, good turnout today on a Sunday evening. So to watch two top clubs here in the NOSL compete. And it's been gutty so far, 1-0. Rising with the lead, they've got a chance to double it here. But a good job by Panthers to defend there as they had a deflection on the free kick. So with that one, Hannah Miller will reset things. Panthers have about 33 minutes to respond to Molly Ennis's goal in the first half. Sydney Pollin, someone you like to see. Keeper comes out and does a good job of patrolling that one. Michaela Pari wanted to go quickly. Her teammates disagreed. Here's a giveaway in the middle. Panthers got to the ball, but the heavy touch goes back to Delaware Rising, and here's a dangerous chance. Great vision as here's a ball up ahead, but the good defense by Panthers. It was a one-on-one situation, and Addie Turnbaugh was able to fight away another potential chance to make it 2-0 for Delaware Rising. And here is Panthers on the throw. Threatened to go long, ended up going short to Poland instead. Ball over the top. Mendenhall running to go get to it. But again, wisely done by Ella Schwertfeger, who, all jokes aside, not talking about the crossbar this time, is probably our player of the game today so far. He's had some critical saves in net. Onside here, there's another chance for Delaware Rising. Could make it 2-0 with a shot, but Miller with the save. It looks like she didn't touch it. Yeah, no deflection from Miller, just missed wide. Yeah, so good effort from Delaware Rising. Good opportunity. But it stays 1-0. Good composure from the midfielder, DeGracia. Kendall Duke thought about a long shot. Now is going to take one and just didn't have the power behind that. Mendenhall sends one forward. Cross in, deflected. Little was there, trying to send one into the box. And now she's going to throw this in. But good job by Delaware Rising and their defenders to keep that threat at a minimum. Yeah, they're playing it as a corner. So it's a corner kick. Didn't see where it ended up deflecting away. My view is blocked there. But here's the corner. Mendenhall in, header towards the goal. Another save. And To give credit to Panthers, their corner kicks have looked really good. Their opportunities off of corners have been really good. And here's a giveaway that could give them a chance to tie. Mendenhall on her left foot takes a shot, and it just misses. And Panthers, they had two players right on goal that kind of let it go by. They thought it was in. They left it, and it rolls just out of bounds. There was a deflection on the save, so it'll be a corner kick for Mendenhall. And I said it earlier, hopefully didn't jinx it, but they've had good looks here on these corners. Here's another effort, punched away. It's outside here to Likens, who did not get solid contact there. Delaware plays it short with 27.5 minutes to go, fighting to keep this a 1-0 game. Maybe even try to add some insurance. Staying on her feet, Rachel Austin sends it back. DeGracia, Duke crosses the field. Beautiful ball, flicked back. Spreading out this Panthers defense right now. DeGracia stays composed. Goes to the far side. Duke with a pass ahead. Yeah, too much there on the pass, but honestly, Sydney Thomas may have had a chance at that if she went full speed. But she let it roll out, and Miller, again, will send one with a goal kick. It's a low line drive from Miller. Finds a Panthers player, and as Hellickson tried to send it forward, it was deflected away. We haven't seen much stoppage in play here in the second half, so it'll be interesting to see what they do stoppage time-wise. That ball stays in. Here's Mendenhall. Had a lane to the outside, went with the pass into Paulin instead, and she has it. Paulin finds McKinley in onside. Cross towards the goal, and it's booted away. Another decent chance here as a counterattack from Rising is brewing. Shoving off defenders, shot trying to catch Miller off guard with an early one. So on that shot, Austin was getting pressured and decided to go at one early. There's a whistle from the official. He got in the way of the ball there, so he gives it back to Delaware Rising, and they'll keep going. What a turn. Austin shoots for goal, and it goes in. Rachel Austin scores the second for Rising. From the 25-yard line, Rachel Austin makes it 2-0. The turn, the shot. And here's another look. And just over the outstretched arm of Hannah Miller. And that shakes things up for Panthers as we're trying to tie things up to make for an interesting end, and now they're just going to have to try and salvage a draw. Clock continues to run, of course. 24 minutes to go. And Panthers need 2 to tie, of course, and 3 to win And no tie, and ties do not give us extra time. Ties just end as ties. And you're going to see a lot of effort offensively kicked up a notch for Panthers FC here in these last 20 minutes. Rough touch by the defense. Poland has a chance here quickly. Mendenhall gets the deflection, and it goes off of Delaware Rising. Sits with the defenders, and they clear it. Every moment matters now if you're Panthers FC. And did that ball just roll behind? Okay, they've got an extra right there. I was going to say, like I just said, time matters. And them having to go run and get a ball behind a mat over there does not help them. Yeah. Poland plays it back. Tough ball. It's going to be, roll out of bounds. Tough luck for Panthers on that one. Austin left it for a teammate, but the teammate didn't know that. Let it roll out of bounds. Belcher back to the defense. Another one lobbed towards Mendenhall. Austin almost another good turn, but that time Panthers was on top of things. Ball ahead to Poland. Not going to get there first. Keeping possession here nicely. Delaware Rising. To midfield. They cross field, but right to Panthers. And that's going to stay in. It curves in. Mendenhall to the end of it. She's got two to beat. Can't beat the first one. We sit at 20 minutes now on the clock. Score is 2-0. It's going to take a lot of work here for Panthers to salvage a draw, maybe even win this one. To the midfield, Mendenhall flicks it up high. Handled about as best as you could there by Delaware Rising. Here's the throw from Stanfield, former state champion with Madison High School. Yeah. This is dangerous. Still have to get it out of the box. They can't. Mendenhall will be on it. Trying to turn past unselfishly gives it up, but it goes over the goal. Through the uprights that time. The chance there by Stefan. Just kind of got under the ball there a little too much. Rising initially looked like they were going to play it short, but now they're going to send it forward. About a 40-yard punt there. That stays in thanks to Panthers' effort there by the right back. Good passing. Just the last one there is intercepted. So looking ahead for the last goal scorer, Austin, and Austin just probably could have started turning on the Jets. Could have gotten to that ball, but did not. It looks like they're going to change balls. One may have gotten a little deflated throughout the course of the game. Rising wants to change. Yeah. Director Adams says after hitting the crossbar so many times. Long pass, but Panthers able to get there. To the midfield. Belcher. Crosses field. Far side here with Stefan. Stefan to Poland. Poland trying to find an angle. Can't quite. Makes the turn. Gets past her defender. Another one picks her up. And good defense from Rising. Richardson gets there. Time dwindling down for Panthers FC. 16 minutes to go now. Mendenhall wins that long ball. But Stefan, with her pass to Poland, kicks it away. So if you're just joining us here on the OH.Report, thanks for being with us. My name's Jonathon Langdon. Score is 2-0, Delaware Rising. Breaking down the goals, they had one just before the end of the first half. That came from Molly Ennis. And then they just had one about 5-10 minutes ago. Scored by Rachel Austin. A beauty of a goal from the 25-yard line. So basically a 35-yard boot into the back of the net. And the stakes for this one, Delaware Rising trying to tie for second place with Panthers if they can hold on and win. Here's a ball in, dealt with nicely by the Panthers defense, and out for a Delaware throw. So if I recall, the goal differential, Panthers would stay ahead of Delaware Rising. They'd be tied on points, but goal differential would go to Panthers, because that is the tiebreaker for anyone knotted on points. Because Panthers had two big wins to start the season. One of them against this Delaware Rising team. They won 3-1. And Panthers beat, right after that, Mansfield Liederkron 6-2. This ball stays in. And now it's headed out. Wind is picking up. I see it there on that far official's flag. And it looks like it's blowing towards the Delaware goal. So I don't know if you would say that that would help Panthers in this situation, but it's a factor for sure. Nice touch. Composed play from Panthers. Pass up ahead, intercepted. Pari switches field. Here's a ball forward for Rachel Austin. She's already got a goal today, and there, she just loses it. 3 subs coming in for Panthers. Murphy, Meeting, and Little. And heading to the bench for Panthers, you've got Hellickson along with Steffen and Belcher. Here comes Delaware Rising with another throw. Under 12 minutes to go now. Pass taken away by Panthers. Ball up ahead. Nobody really in the area on that pass. DeGracia in the midfield gets past one. Turns past to second. DeGracia gets it back. Goes into Austin. Austin shot, saved. Looked like it might have been just off the frame of goal, but Miller grabs it anyways. Yeah, she got it close to that end line, so I don't think that was on the frame of goal. But keeps play going here, as you can't really afford any downtime. Trying to make up 2 goals. Mendenhall, with a rough touch, is able to recover and get this one back. Into the 18 now, turns, gets past one defender, shoots one goalwards, and it's into the hands of the keeper, Schwertfeger, who's had a fantastic game. Don't have the exact number on saves, but she's getting close to 10, I'd say. Probably at about 6 or 7. Austin, a nice turn. And she sees a teammate down the field, Casey Duke. But Miller's there. High header into Panthers attacking third. Mendenhall finds Poland. Another fight for the ball, and it's played through. Opportunity for Panthers, but not able to collect the loose ball. Murphy was there. Just couldn't find it at her feet. Tell you what, that's the first gust of wind I've felt here in the press box. So it's starting to pick up out on the field. Poland shoots one up, and it just gets saved. I think Schwertfeger barely even recognized that that was going towards goal. Just put a last-second hand up. Yeah. Ball sent in. And then a volley misses to the left. Shot there by Hightower. Substitution for Rising. Ennis comes back in. Good work by Panthers to win it back. In the midfield. There's a foul. Foul goes on Bittinger. DeGracia hit the deck. Stanfield looks long. And Mendenhall with the back heel flick. That goes right back to Delaware Rising. Panthers with some pace on the ball. In the 18, flicked out. Flag is up. First offsides call of the day. And that one was clear as day, I'd say. Camping on the 5-yard line. Gets it at the end zone. Well ahead of the pack. Six and a half minutes plus extra time for Panthers to score 2 goals, or Delaware Rising will tie things up in the league table with this team. And also at stake here in the final couple minutes, we'll see if Ohio City SC, who won yesterday against Mansfield Liederkranz, will have a friend up tied with them at the top, or if it'll be theirs alone. Panthers need 3 points to tie for first place. Pass is short from Poland, just behind the intended target. And here comes Delaware Rising with a counterattack. Official gets in the way. And here's a long ball played ahead. Austin takes it at her feet. Rough touch. But the deflection goes back to Delaware Rising. Another ball forward, but right there was Turnbaugh, who boots that out of bounds. Michaela Pari to throw in. Oh, big collision. And down on the ground is Ennis. The hard challenge there by Stanfield. And it's the first card of the game. Yellow card. You can see it on the left side of your screen here. No intention looking for the ball there. It's an easy card call. So a yellow is the first one of the game. Here with just 5 minutes to go. Panthers have the ball back. Fighting ahead, looking to try and get there as little. Running all over the field to try and put Panthers back into the game. Mendenhall heads back, but Rising has it again. Played to the near side. Here is Pari. Pari passed one. Just outside the 18, shoots it goalwards, and Miller's there. And her punch away is going to be a shallow throw over by the flag. And of course, as you do in a game like this, with 3.5 to go and 2 goals up, Delaware Rising taking their time on these substitutions. Madison Stayer off. Or correction, she is in. As the ball crosses the face of goal for Rising, and they'll clear this back out. And out of the game is Richardson. 2 back for Panthers to try and make something of an attack. Both run past the ball. Ashley Green, one of her first touches today. She tried to find Austin, just couldn't get there. Tell you what, compared to their first game of the season, Rising have dealt with Sydney Poland very well in this one. Hasn't been able to get much going today. As Mendenhall hasn't either. So those two were the three, scored all 3 goals in their last meeting. Mendenhall had 2 and 1 for Poland. And of course, still sitting goalless right now. This will be, if the result holds, the 2nd consecutive game for Panthers that they have been held without a goal. So after scoring 9 goals in the first 2 games, their offense has gone cold. One and a half minutes now on the clock, plus extra time. Good job to keep that in. Result didn't matter though. It goes back to Panthers. But the effort to keep that alive was from Rebecca Blair. You need this chance if you're Panthers. Poland brings it near side. Hellickson turns past one, passes it over towards Poland in space. Just outside the 18. Flicks it back. On one touch, sends it into the box. And it's cleared away with a knee, and it's back to the receiver. Another good play from Rising. Defense has been stellar today. Especially in the second half. Could there be one final chance for Delaware Rising here? No, good job by Panthers. To 2-on-2. Poland gets past one. And she makes it a 2-1 game. Sydney Poland puts her stamp on this one, makes it 2-1. Clock has expired, so we're sitting on extra time now. So it's a matter of how much is given by the official after this goal. Score now 2-1. It's game on for the final moments of this one. And we're back in play. Panthers trying to salvage a point. We're not going to know added time. It's all up to the official at this point. It's the suspense of the game. That one stays in somehow. And Rising with a good clearance that stays in. Oh no, official on the near side says it curled in. So it was out. Here's the throw. And there's the whistle. It's going to do it. Delaware Rising survive and bring in 3 points from this one on the road. Delaware Rising 2, Panthers FC 1. A valiant effort from Panthers to try and get back into it late on a goal from Sydney Poland. But the first 2 goals for Rising from Rachel Austin and Molly Ennis served to be too much for Panthers to return from. Both teams are now tied on points in the NOSL Cup standings. We'll talk a little bit about that when we return. Live and free on the OH Report.
She got that.
And now it's time for your ASHLAND Tractor Sales MVP of this one between Panthers FC and Delaware Rising. We've got our MVP here today, Ella Schwartfager.
Yep.
Got it right. There we go. Congratulations on the win. Good job
Thank
in goal
you.
for you. So you had about 9 saves. Really good for you to get this one back from Panthers after losing the first one earlier in the season.
Yes. It definitely was nice to win this one. The first game, I know we were still like working on a lot of stuff. We had a lot of new people, so trying to gel and all of that. But I think from what we saw today, we kind of figured it out. We're going. We did really well combining and adjusting. I know they had a period in the beginning where we had to ride the waves a little bit, but I think we adjusted really well and were able to connect and obviously capitalized.
Yeah, you did a great job keeping the net empty. You got a clean sheet against Panthers. Not easy to do with this team, and had some help from the crossbar a couple times
yes,
as well.
Yes,
but
definitely will be kissing my post.
Yeah, just talk about what was just prepping for that team, seeing what you saw in the first game. What were you waiting for? What were you ready for?
I think seeing after the first game, I knew they drive down the end a lot. Like they like to play out wide and then cross it in. So I think making sure our back line, we're all like mindful of our gaps, our spacing, and then covering each other. I think the wind was a very crucial factor this game. Very unpredictable. Normally you can kind of gauge which way. I felt like it was flipping back and forth, but I think collectively we're all just like, okay, watch the wind, watch where we are, keeping mind of that because we knew they were going to try and go more direct and use the wind to their advantage, but I think we handled it pretty well. And
you've got 2 straight wins with
yes,
your team.
Yes.
Where does that take you now?
I don't know. I think we're tied for second, and so it's nice to it's kind of up or standing back. Like I said, we had a little bit of a rough start, but now I think we're on the up and up. I think we need to ride this momentum out, and I think it's definitely a big win.
All right, last question for you. Any shout outs you want to make?
Just to the team, really good job, guys. Good work.
All right, thanks so much, Ella Schwartfager, with us, and that is our MVP for this one between Panthers FC and Delaware Rising. Final score 2-0. So we're back here recapping this one between Delaware Rising and Panthers FC. And the final score of this one, I completely neglected that last goal. Final score is 2-1 as Delaware Rising come in to opposing territory and pull away 3 points. They will tie up for second place in the standings with Panthers FC, although Panthers FC do have that advantage on goal differential in the standings, so they'll technically be above Delaware Rising. But still, a good win for this team on the road. They get 2 goals from studs Rachel Austin and Molly Ennis, and they give up that last goal at the very end to Panthers FC. It was Sydney Poland cashing in there at the very end, and that was what made it the 2-1 final. Thanks so much for joining us. Want to take one more second to thank our sponsors for bringing us here to Crestview High School, Jay's Home Improvement, and ASHLAND Tractor Sales Incorporated. We'll be right back here on Tuesday for some ladies action for Panthers FC taking on Mansfield Leader Crons. Have a good rest of your night.